I think that you should know. Go ahead and grab this real quick. I am here. What is this? Trying to think of a title. Trying to think of a title. Let me see. Trying to think of a good title. Let's chat. Here we go. Okay. Yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hello, hello, hello. How are you? What's good, John, bro? How you doing, bro? Ski. What's good, bro? Ski. What's good? What's good? What's good? Where's my music at? Where's my music at? Is the real question, bro. I think that you should know. All right, let me see. I wanna have. We gotta have a conversation, cause it's looking spooky for us, y'all. Yo, y'all, chat. How you doing, chat? Yo, it's looking cooked for us, gang. YouTube might not be the same in the next 2 years, gango. It's about to be bad. Yo, Vex, how that ass whooping feel after the showdown battle we had? That showdown session. Nigga, you garbage.
To see that you're well, brother, man.
That's my brother, man. Appreciate you, Hockey, for the 5. I appreciate you, bro. Ski, thank you, bro. Yo, chat. We got some things. I'll bounce back, fuck nigga. Yeah, okay, bitch. Catch me when you can, nigga. You garbage. Listen, yo, y'all. I love Vex. That's my guy. Vex, are you so never mind. I was gonna ask, what did you wanna slide through for the birthday? You know, it's Wednesday. I'm thinking about doing something on Saturday. I don't know if you want to slide. I might hit up Astron's, see if he's around. But it's about to get crazy. I'm thinking about going to Fogo. May or may not bring the family. I don't know, gang. But we're looking cooked, chatters. We're looking cooked. Hold on, let me get the chat out real quick for y'all, man, so I can see and talk to y'all. Hold on. I'm in Atlanta till Halloween. Damn, what you want? Damn. Halloween is cool. Yo, so listen, chat. Mega Ninja would look better if he wasn't upside down. I hate that fucking Pokemon. I disagree entirely. But I actually want to do some shit for New Year's. Oh, we can. Hey, listen. I just re-signed the lease. It's probably my last year here in this little area. So like, I'm here until next October. So we're good. But so listen, y'all. I have something to tell you all. There's no music right now. I wanna have like some background music. But I feel like if I add background music, it's not gonna be the same. But YouTube has been changing some things, whether or not you're watching live or you're watching in I guess in post. I guess, right? Is that the right word? Post, yeah. Listen, YouTube is a happy birthday, Smokey Broski. I just saw you, G. I just saw you. What's good, T.O.? Y'all. YouTube in the next like 2 or 3 years might be cooked, yo. I just want to say, spread the word really quick. We're about to watch a video, chat. We're gonna watch a video. But before anything, if you're watching this in post, if you're watching this like whatever, do yourself a favor and turn off restricted mode, or check and see if restricted mode is turned off, because YouTube is about to fuck us bad, especially if you're somebody who like has like little siblings, or your parents, you know, has like, you know, they give like their tablets or some shit to their kids or something like that. I wish this wasn't the case, bro. So a lot of, since I want to say August 15th, let's keep this date in mind. We're going to watch a video. We're going to react to a video. And I want everybody to know this. Since August 15th or 14th or the 16th, YouTube has implemented this brand new AI shit. I'm pretty sure you guys remember back like a couple months ago, there was that, or a month ago, there was that like big change that YouTube had where you had to like put like your ID and be verified if you're like 18 years or older in some countries or whatever. It's looking spooky, chat. I'm a better explain it in a minute. But today we're gonna be watching a video. We're gonna be watching a video. This is 20 minutes long. Grab some snacks. Relax for a minute. You are about to watch the death of YouTube. It sounds dramatic, but low key, this might legit fuck us all. Viewer, YouTuber, all this shit. This is about to get wicked. It's about to get wickeder. My fault. My fault. Let me turn this on real quick. It's not, what the fuck? Hold on. Are you cool? My fault, y'all.
The internet is dead. Or at least the internet we know today could
It's dramatic.
be
That's so
very
dramatic.
Soon.
You need a
Hello,
hook.
internet. Welcome to Game Theory, where today I'm here on the couch because we have to have a serious talk. I was hoping to get a year or two more under my belt before we did one of these, but alas, here we are. You see, we're slowly coming up to the end of the year, and with it, potentially, the end of the YouTube we've known for so long. And no, it's not because profiles and comments are mostly bots. It's actually because...
That's true. That's true. Listen, I forgot the number, but I think on Twitter, 68% of Twitter users are bots. That's about like 3 million or 36 million accounts or whatever. Who knows how many are on YouTube at this point? You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
A different kind of bot. AI. Don't worry, this isn't another AI video. Lee did a fantastic job explaining the AI issue in media over on Film Theory a few months ago, and I highly recommend you watch it. Instead, this video is focusing on an AI-adjacent issue that I'm sure you've probably seen other creators talking about. YouTube's new AI age verification system. A system that is designed to determine whether a user is under the age of 18 in order to protect children online. As soon as I heard the news about this back in July, I knew it was something we needed to talk about, much like we've done many times in the past.
This is
but
not
I also wanted to see some of the
nigga. Yo, Vex.
initial data to make sure we all had a better understanding of what's really going on after it went into effect on August 13th.
Now, remember, that date is very important. August 13th is very important. I want you to know there are channels with millions of subscribers that get millions of views that have made videos about this exact same topic within the last week or two. So it's not just, listen, I know some people like to, I've seen a whole bunch of comments over the years where it's like, oh, Nick, you're just conspiracy theory when it comes to YouTube. You're just saying this because your channel's small, your channel's dead, yada, yada, yada. But when there are people that have millions of views and millions of subscribers coming out and making those dramatic ass videos where it's literally them doing this, where it's this, and the YouTube title is something dramatic like, we need to have a conversation, We need to talk. I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. With this, or this, or this, that's how you know it's bad, chat. That's how you know it's bad, chat. But let's continue. August 13th, remember this. This is last month.
What I can tell, while long term there probably will be some positive effects, in the immediate, it's going to not only change your right to privacy, which is obviously bad, but it is going to change how this platform works, including which of your favorite creators are going to be around a year from now. To some of you, I'm sure this will sound familiar. In 2019, Matt did a whole video on Copper and how the FTC was cracking down on companies like YouTube to make the platform safe for kids. And despite the fear of what it was going to do to the platform, most of us are still here. Surely this will just be the same situation again. We're all scared now, but give it a few.
Now he's right. If y'all don't know, the Copper shit really hurted. It really hurt those channels that were like geared towards children for real. If y'all don't know, a lot of channels were like low key like pedophile signals. Like a lot of channels were like a lot of those let me see. What's the appropriate like niche? But I'm pretty sure a lot of you all, if you're like 19 and above, you probably would never like watch this bullshit to begin with. But the kids are watching like these like those children toy videos, those like videos where they dress up as like mascots. Those videos where they're like dressed up as like superheroes, the Spider-Man Elsa videos, those low key like yeah, y'all know those content farming, those were low key pedophile signals. That's what those were. They brought in a whole. If you've ever seen those comments, and you've ever seen what the demographic for those channels. They were making a lot of money. They were making a lot of money, and it wasn't safe for kids. It wasn't. So they dropped this Copper shit where it was like, okay, cool, we need to make the internet safe. We need to make YouTube safe and a whole bunch of websites safe for kids because unfortunately, a lot of adults are giving these kids their tablets and they're opening up their information, and they're opening up, video, yeah, exactly, right? They're opening up their entire cache and their user data to these entities, you know? And they did that and it passed it. And a lot of gaming channels, a lot of like every other content that wasn't formed for that bullshit were fine. We thought it was gonna be like an over dramatization of everything that was going on, right? We thought like, okay, cool, we were freaking out back then. But this is worse because he'll explain it.
Months and we'll all be back to normal. Honestly, I pray that is the case. I don't want to be a doomer about this, and I would like my friends and I to still have jobs at the end of this.
Same.
But the truth is, this time is different. With Copper, the power was put into the hands of the creators, but now the power is in the hands of the platform and third-party businesses. That is a scary place to be for both creators, but also for viewers like you. So we need to be aware of exactly what is going on, and we need to start talking about it. But to do that, let's take a look back at why YouTube is doing this in the first place. See, it all started in 2023 back in my home of the United Kingdom with something known as the Online Safety Act. 350 pages, by the way. But the act itself is actually kind of broad. It requires any user-to-user service, i.e. any services that allow you to create or upload content with the ability to share that content, to identify, mitigate, and manage the risks of harm which they identify as illegal activity and harmful content. This includes a bunch of stuff like encouraging self-harm, cyber flashing, sending false information, intimate image abuse, bullying, content depicting serious violence, drug use, terrorism, fraud, essay, pornography, the list goes on. And they also state that they intend to enforce all of this while still protecting freedom of expression. On paper, most of this seems like it's not the worst thing, right? We don't want illegal stuff happening online, and we definitely want to make sure kids are protected when using the internet. I mean, just look at everything that's happening with Roblox right now. However, the problem...
Which, by the way, you Roblox niggas, hey, shout out to all the Roblox YouTubers that are taking a stand against that bullshit ass company. Shout out to the people that have left the company because of the bullshit they got going on. That's another
really
story.
arises with
That's another
exactly
story. That's another story.
how
That's another story.
This
That's
has
another
been
story.
implemented. See, the Office of Communications, or Ofcom, is the government organization in charge of enforcing this act, and they decided the best way to do it was to require the user-to-user services that children could have access to introduce robust age verification on their website and apps by the deadline of July 25th, 2025. If they didn't, they could face fines of £18 million or 10% of their global turnover, whichever was highest, as well as the potential criminal charges for the executives. For reference, companies like Meta's global turnover last year was $164.5 billion.
Jesus.
Meaning, if they were caught liable for breaking
got
the Online
10%
Safety
of
Act,
that?
they would be fined $16.45 billion. Naturally, this led to platforms like X, Blue Sky, Tinder, Discord, Reddit, even Spotify to introduce age verification features. But this isn't your usual, are you over 18 or enter your date of birth checkbox either. There are a few different approaches companies have taken in order to prove that you are over 18. Some platforms like X and Telegram require you to scan your face and then an AI to verify if it thinks you're over 18, which doesn't bode well for me when I'm being asked for ID every time I go to a bar. But speaking of ID, that's the alternative. Companies like Discord, Reddit, and Spotify are requiring you to upload a copy of your government-issued ID to verify your age. And what's worse is that some of these companies aren't even the ones responsible for your data. Spotify and Discord are using third parties who specialize in data collection. Now, the government website does say that the data collected should not be stored unless absolutely necessary. The trouble is, absolutely necessary is vague at best, which could allow companies the wiggle room to keep it as long as they see necessary, especially when the Online Safety Act itself doesn't even mention anything about the storing of this data. It's mostly just left up to previous laws surrounding data protection, which sadly a lot of companies have figured out loopholes around. Which means if there's a massive data breach of one of these companies, suddenly it's not just your passwords or email addresses at risk, it is your government-issued ID. Just by having this data, even for a short while, it is painting a big old target on the company's backs, and that is scary. But on top of that, it means that our, and most importantly, information is being hidden from both people who naturally don't want their sensitive information to be owned by some private company, or from kids and teenagers who need that same help. UK Reddit has reportedly blocked pages like r stop smoking, r stop drinking, RSA, and even r periods. And remind me, what age group is it that start experiencing those and are maybe scared or curious and so might need to reach out for help or read up about the subject?
Oh,
that's right. Kids and teenagers.
That's new.
This
Okay, I did not know that.
information
Wow.
is
Hold on.
needed
Whoa.
by people of all ages. It isn't there to harm, it's there to help. But if you want to keep your identity yours, or you're simply considered too young, according to the UK government, sorry, you're on
can't
your
do
own.
that.
Makes you proud to be British. And this is where YouTube finally comes in. Naturally, they don't want to be hit with all those criminal charges and fines. And so, just 4 days after Ofcom's deadline, we got this announcement. Back in February, we shared that we would soon introduce technology that would distinguish between younger viewers and adults to help provide the best and most age-appropriate experiences and protections. Over the next few weeks, we will begin to roll out machine learning to a small set of users in the US to estimate their age so that teens are treated as teens and adults as adults.
I remember when they sent this out. I want you to know everybody and their mom was freaking out. If I remember correctly, and Vontae probably remembers this, but if you remember on Twitter, niggas were like, you're gonna have to put your ID on this shit on YouTube. And niggas was like, no, I'm not doing that. Yada yada. But if you're not gonna do it, the next best answer is AI. And that is where we're about to lead up into. This is.
We will use AI to interpret a variety of signals to help determine whether a user is over or under 18. These signals include the types of videos the user is searching for, the categories of videos they have watched, or the longevity of the account. This is like the whole copper situation on steroids. Back then, for the most part, it was down to the creators to decide whether their content was not made for kids.
This was
with the
cool.
idea being that if you said it was safe for kids, you'd lose your comments and your viewers wouldn't receive personalized ads.
And the problem with this, though, is a lot of people don't understand what else this means. This means if you put your shit is checked for kids, comments is a form of engagement, obviously. And obviously engagement helps the YouTube video blow. So if you're putting your thing for kids, you can't get comments, which means your channel is forever stifled, right? If you're not getting personalized ads, you're losing out on, I'm pretty sure it's 60 or 80% of your revenue. 60 to 80% of your actual channel revenue, and it's fucked. Let's keep it going.
But sadly, people lie. People would say their content wasn't made for kids so that they could keep monetization, even though it was clearly made for kids. And so YouTube added automated systems to try and determine what content it thought was made for kids, which worked about as well as you'd expect. Yes, it did catch some channels and bad actors, but there were dozens and dozens caught in the crossfire.
And if you remember, right? If you remember, if you they got porn ads on YouTube as well. So imagine that, right? You have a channel that is clicking this video that's obviously made for kids. I'm gonna click the little thing where it says it's not made for kids. And you're a child and you get a porn ad, or you get a gambling ad, or you get like an alcohol ad. So all these niggas who are like, oh yeah, here's my obviously for kids video, I'm gonna click the not for kids button. That kid gets an ad that's not for kids. Yeah.
And had to request manual approval to get it changed. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And that left those channels without a large chunk of their revenue. This time though, YouTube's doing away with the creators and even the users' involvement entirely, and leaving it completely to their AI to make the decision. But the thing less people are talking about, if the AI decides if you're under 18, based partially on what you watch and changes your recommended feed as a result, that means YouTube's AI isn't just confirming a user's age. It's once again going to decide what content is made for kids. Now, they have said that it won't be quite as simple as, you're talking about Minecraft, you're a kids channel, which is a good thing, but as I've already mentioned, how many times have channels been wrongly targeted by this sort of AI labeling? Back in 2019, LGBTQ+ channels were often marked as adults-only content, despite being totally not inappropriate and actually a great resource for teens looking for a community and to understand themselves better. Channels about mental health also got hit because without help, it could lead to some dark places. We've also seen it with news channels where legitimate journalism, social justice, politics, all things that are important for younger audiences to have access to in order to learn about the world, can suddenly be hidden from their recommended feeds because it is deemed inappropriate. This starts to border on censorship, which is incredibly dangerous in a world full of misinformation. And that's not even considering the false positives that can happen on the user's end. YouTube's AI partially uses your viewing habits to determine if you are under 18. But what if you like content that YouTube deems as kid-friendly? Or what if you're putting it on for one of your own kids? Take these channels, for example. Across the Theory channels, our 13 to 17-year-old demographic isn't actually all that much, usually averaging about 4 to 11% depending on the video. However, what we've noticed over the last year or so is when a video performs way higher with that 13 to 17 demographic, that's not the only demographic that goes up. We also see an uptick in the 35 to 44 and the 45 to 54 demographics.
Yup. Who was that? Who somebody sub? Yo, I appreciate you, Majin. Appreciate you, bro. Ski. Thank you for the tier 1, my boy, over on Twitch. Thank you. Now listen, y'all. That demographic shit is super important because you can sit here and say your channel demographic is like a small amount, right? But think like this, right? For my YouTube channel right now, right? The ages between 13 and 17 make up about 3.5% of my entire audience, right? 18 to 24 make up between 26.2%. 25 to 34 make up 51.8%. Now, 35 to 44 make up 13.5. Right? 13.5% of the audience, right? 45 to 54 make up 3.7. 55 to 64 make about 0.8. And 65 plus makes about 0.6. Now, this is a Pokemon channel. Let's be honest here. Let's be 1,000% honest here, right? A good majority of these viewers are either young adults or teenagers. It's just what it is. Or maybe some kids. I've definitely had like some like 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds lie about their age and join one of these little discords or whatever. And we've kicked them out, obviously. But like, think about the amount of like times people have, like, you've lied about your age before. You know what I'm saying? Back when like Facebook and MySpace used to be like, oh, you need like be a certain age to join this thing or whatever. People have lied about their ages or whatever, you know? It is what it is. What the hell is that? That scared the hell out of me. Whoa. Yo, Majin, I appreciate you again for the 25, my boy. I appreciate you. For the gifts, my boy. Thank you. That's the $25. It's the five gifted. Appreciate you, bro. But people obviously are lying about their age. And so because of that, you might have noticed, he's about to say this, what's the word? The viewership, the demographic is off on these views that are doing good. So imagine your video's doing amazing. It's up. Watch
Usually,
this.
those are around 15 to 8% of our audience, respectively. But on those videos that perform on the higher end with 13 to 17-year-olds, they jump up to 22 and 10%. Why? Well, we suspect it's parents that are using their accounts to put content on for their kids who maybe are even younger than 13. Sure.
Or it's kids lying about their age because kids can make an account. You can, before all this little age verification shit, you could make an account and put your age at any time, right? It could be both. It's fucked. But because of that, YouTube is learning the viewing habits of these things, you know?
Their accounts are labeled as being well over 18, but this AI system is supposed to be catching those who are lying about their age, which means there's a chance these accounts also get labeled as under 18, and so lose access to information or content that they should have access to. That would also mean it's not 10% of our viewership that doesn't get recommended a video, but up to 40%. 40% of our viewers suddenly don't know we've posted a video or are getting stopped from repeat watching when all I'm trying to do is teach about the science of rivers and the symbolism of Brahms' lullaby. But it's fine because, like in the UK, there is an easy fix. Just upload a copy of your government ID, which feels strange when one of the under 18 safeguards is reminding kids not to post about or upload personal information. I'm just saying. And as you'd expect, most people aren't super keen on doing that, which means those accounts end up locked as under 18, and so they don't get recommended the videos and repeat views halt. And that loss of views isn't hypothetical either. Check this out. This YouTube AI rollout began on August 13th. And look at what happened to Dorko on the 14th. A massive
Gaming YouTuber.
in views. What about Razbowski?
Gaming
Same
YouTuber.
thing. Or how about Bijou Mike, Super Horror Bro, Think
These are
Noodles,
all-
Fusion Z Gamer, the game.
There's a trend here. There's a trend here. Remember that. There's a trend. There's a trend here. There's a trend. Remember these channels. These are all gaming YouTubers. These are all gaming YouTubers. These are all gaming YouTubers that upload content on FNAF horror. Some do variety like Game Grumps, of course. These are all gaming YouTubers, and it's dangerous for Game Grumps because if Game Grumps can see a humongous dip at this game time, right? At this August 13th time, you know what that means? You know what type of videos that Game Grump uploads. They upload Let's Play variety gaming. There's no like real niche to Game Grumps, right? But it's all the Nintendo, it's all the Pokemons, it's all the little child-friendly-ish kind of games or whatever, you know? You see how broad this can go then? You see what I'm saying? It can go, it can get crazy. But these are all channels that are seeing a big dip in views. Now let's continue.
Ingrams, Markiplier, Moist Critical, Rhett and Link, Joshua Weissman, Dan TDM, Smosh, Alex Myers. Even these channels and thousands more saw a dip in views the day after this went into effect. Because our channels are marked as not for kids.
Yes.
Meaning anyone, rightly or wrongly, marked as under 18 wasn't served our videos.
Yes.
And since then, you can see the changes in the peaks and valleys, with videos maybe initially doing better on release, but then almost immediately dropping back down to similar lows, which is reflecting those long-term or repeat views.
Shout out to
drying up.
South North
Although it's not
Carolina,
like
Connor,
being marked
appreciate
as
you,
safe for
broski.
kids is going to be all that much better. Your
Tennessee,
views
my
may not
guy.
be directly affected
Thank
in the same
you.
way. You're still going to be recommended to any audience, old or young, but the same may not be able to be said about your revenue. Anyone marked as under 18 is having personalized ads turned off. And while the data is hard to find, Matt did a great job at finding some during the Copper video. And he concluded that personalized ads make up between 80 to 90% of a creator's ad revenue. Go figure. Advertisers pay to target.
Jesus, that's worse. If you remember earlier, I said 60 to 70. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that, gang. 80 to 90% of your revenue is personalized ads. That's bad. Star Wars is back. Yeah, I know. It's super lit, dude.
an audience they specifically want to advertise to. So if they can't get that, they pay less, which means less revenue.
get
In
no
either
money.
case, creators are in a tough spot because unlike with Copper, where it felt like creators were forced into this bland gray middle ground, not too edgy but not too kid-friendly either, this feels much more black and white. Either you're safe to be viewed by under 18-year-olds or you're not. And whichever way that falls, that could lead to a loss of revenue. So, as you can see, this whole thing, it's scary for both users and for creators. But the problem is, I'm not really sure what YouTube can do about it. Like I've said, this started because of a government law in the UK, and they don't really offer much in the way of alternatives for robust age verification tools. And if YouTube doesn't play ball, their senior execs could end up facing criminal charges, and they'd end up on the hook for those massive fines. Back in 2024, YouTube made $50.7 billion.
Imagine
and so
10%
$5
of
billion
that.
of those dollars
My
could be
goodness.
lost if they're found to not be adhering to this law. And while you might think for a company like Google, $5 billion ain't all that much, YouTube would still have $45 billion to play with. Remember, this is just one country's law. The US has reintroduced its own version back in May, the Kids Online Safety Act, and it's currently under consideration in Congress. We're also seeing something similar play out in Australia right now, as they look to ban under 16-year-olds from having social media accounts. If they follow suit with the UK's enforcement tactics, those fines start to add up, which means a bunch of people get laid off, making the platform we all rely on to get even worse and causing things like ad revenue to shrink because that money's got to go to filling the hole that the fines left in their wake. Is there a discussion to be had around the exact specifics on how YouTube is complying with these laws? Absolutely. AI has always been a source of problems on this platform, and we especially don't want our sensitive data being held onto by the biggest advertising company in the world that experiences cyber attacks and attempted data breaches billions of times a year. So I really hope YouTube is listening to this and that we can have a dialogue about this. But as it stands, this system doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And the truth is, I don't really know what any of us, creators or users, can really do about it. You might think a VPN is the answer. Just change your IP address to a country that doesn't require age verification. Clearly, a lot of people thought the same thing because companies like Proton VPN saw a 1,800% increase in daily signups, and longtime partner of the channel Nord saw a 1,000% increase in purchases on the day the UK's Online Safety Act was introduced. But that may not be a long-term solution either, because that rise in sales for VPN companies has not gone unnoticed, and so governments like that of the UK are quote-unquote looking very closely at VPNs to consider future action. And I'm sure other countries looking at these laws could likely follow suit. The only thing I can suggest we do right now...
Imagine if they ban VPNs, y'all. Just imagine if they ban VPNs, bro. That's so crazy that we live in a time where they can ban VPNs. Man.
Is exactly what we're doing. Talking about it, raising awareness, telling you guys not just about the breach of privacy you're all facing, but the knock-on effects it could have for this platform and for your favorite creators. I'm not sitting here just to tell YouTube they're wrong. They're between a rock and a hard place. And I understand the government wanting to protect kids online. But it's also important to educate everyone, including these governments, about the privacy risks to individuals and how these decisions could harm the economy as a whole. According to YouTube CEO, 3 million channels across the world are monetized. And that's not just 3 million individuals, that's businesses. Businesses that have employees like editors, writers, thumbnail artists, analytics experts, HR, and now all of their futures hang in the balance. If they all crumble, those are companies that can no longer be taxed, which means less income for those governments directly. And while there are larger companies that will probably be able to weather the storm until the AI gets itself more stable, small creators, 1 or 2 man teams, may not have the kind of margins to afford that kind of loss in views and revenue. This is literally why Matt and Steph helped to start the Creator Caucus. The internet and internet businesses are so much more nuanced than some of these laws allow for. Is there harmful stuff on the internet? Yes. But there's also a lot of stuff that can help users, and a lot of it is just good entertainment. But the lines between those on both the content being made and the people wanting to engage in those aren't black and white. And as we're seeing across the internet, AI just isn't smart enough to understand those nuances. So we're caught in the middle, either giving up our privacy or having the content we want to watch censored, either losing monetization through personalized ads or losing views because we talk about dead kids too much. But while this all seems very scary, we're only a month or so into all of this. It's going to develop more and more over time, and it'll only be with hindsight we can truly see what the impact was. So I'd encourage you to read more about it. Keep up to date with what's going on. Watch a Philip DeFranco video, you know, so long as YouTube hasn't marked you as under 18, I guess. If that has happened to you, I've left a bunch of resources down in the description for you just in case. The other thing you can do is write to your local politician. In the US, the congressional discussion around the Kids Online Safety Act is still ongoing. It was originally shot down back in December 2024 over concerns of limiting free speech and content moderation, and those concerns are being felt by members of Congress this time around too. So, write to them. Tell them why these things concern you. In the UK, I'm aware that hope might feel lost right now. There was a petition that had over 500,000 signatures, basically
Jesus.
asking the government to repeal the act, and the government turned round with a firm no. But your local politician is supposed to represent you. So, write in, tell them about your concerns. Obviously, please make sure they are well thought out and reasonable responses. Don't just send in rage emails. We want to get their attention, but in the right way. Tell them about how bad this can be for your privacy, about how bad this can be for online businesses and the internet at large. Ask them to listen to Matt and Steph and the Creator Caucus, who are literally trying to change the way governments look at content creator businesses. The
Which,
best we
by the way, shout out to that.
can do is hope that someone listens and takes a stand for us. And finally, if there's a content creator whose videos you've been enjoying for a long time, I'd encourage you to find new ways to support them. I know it can be a bit cringy to hear the whole spiel of smash that subscribe button and hit the bell, but honestly, if YouTube is going to be filtering the recommended feeds, having notifications turned on and checking your sub boxes is going to be one of the best ways to keep up with the creators you love and help them not see these drops in views. Or if you're so inclined, there are more direct financial ways you can support them. Recently, there's been a surge of channels opening up memberships, or they have Patreons, or streaming services, or merch. Maybe like some new Theoryware that's coming very soon. Any and all support can be a thing that helps a channel get through the uncertainty that is this new era of YouTube. At the end of the day, we all need to be advocates, not just for our favorite creators, but also ourselves and our online privacy, which means we need to keep talking about it, exchanging information, empowering each other, both users and creators alike, with the information we need to protect ourselves online. Because together is how we can get through this and make change for the better. And that's no theory. But
It
thank you for
sucks. It sucks because this is a great video, by the way. It sucks because unfortunately, a lot of people, and you probably, we talk about this all the time on YouTube. We talk about this all the time whenever most of the times when I'm streaming, but like you probably have noticed a lot of content creators are making like memberships more like in your face. They're making like their own websites, like I had mine or like I have mine. You know what I'm saying? They are making their monetization, or they're streaming more, like they're streaming more than they're uploading, and it's because they're trying to establish that give me money, because unfortunately the videos aren't making enough. It's too uncertain to be able to make a living on this shit no more. Now some people, what I've seen from demographics of people is, why would I give my money to a YouTuber? Go get a job. You don't do a real job, yada yada. And while I understand that, I get you. Listen, I don't think that it is, what's the word? Fair is not the word, but I do think that it's very interesting how something that you consume is not considered anything of value. Like if you spend more time on YouTube than you do TV, it's like, dog, what are we doing? What are we doing? So it's, I don't know, it's very interesting to see how people respond to the what's the word? How the YouTube viewer responds to the YouTuber trying to monetize their content. You know? For some people it's, oh, here's my YouTube membership, here's my Patreon, here's my merchandise, here's my so and so. And some people will buy it. Some people will support it or whatever. But some people don't see it as, as valuable as, whatever. And especially when times are hard, bro, the economy is shit right now. I think the last thing anybody struggling wants to do is give their money to somebody who yells at the fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? Or teaches them about some bullshit. I'm sure nobody wants to sit here and like throw money. You know what I'm saying? And throw money at like somebody online and shit they don't know. You feel me? It's just not feasible. But I also, you know, I also find it very interesting that like, you know, those same people would put money behind like, you know, certain like causes and shit or not, you know? Or they'll pay for like 5 streaming services that they don't watch, you know? It's kind of, I find it very interesting, you know? But it's just a very, very like unfortunate thing. And you can't blame nobody but the politicians, you know? You can't blame nobody but the politicians. It's like you elect these people and they sign these things and you just have to eat it. You know what I'm saying? You just have to eat it. There's nothing you can do but eat it, you know? Because unless you're willing to riot and like, you know, or send in like, you know, emails or do some bullshit, you know? What are we doing? You know? So it's weird because I used to feel bad all the time about like, you know, promoting like, you know, my website. A lot of people were like, you know, I remember when I started the Sacred Almighty website, a lot of people were like, you know, why are you making a website? Why not just, you know, make a Patreon, or why not, you know, do the memberships on YouTube? I'm like, because one, these companies already take a big ass percentage. If you don't know, YouTube takes, so the money that YouTubers get paid, the money that YouTubers get paid is 50% of what they actually make. So like, say for instance, like let's say your channel, whatever channel you see in whatever things, they make more money. You know, they could make more money. YouTube takes, I think, like 50% of your ad revenue, like whatever it is people like give you, they take 50% of that. And what the 50% is what you get. So if you see somebody making like $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, if you ever see like one of them YouTubers show what their analytics are on YouTube, just know that is their 50% of whatever they could have made. So not only do people take 50%, or do YouTube take 50% of that, but on memberships, they take 30% of that membership. So if you gave me 5, I only get like $3.50 out of that. They get 30% out of that $5. So that's like what? I get like $3.50 out of that $5 that you gave me on YouTube memberships. On Twitch, it's 50%. On Patreon, it's like 5 or 10% or something like that. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. On my website, it's 5%. You know? So of course I'm gonna push the website. Plus, you actually get notified on when videos are uploaded. You know how many people have said, I have notifications turned on and I don't see any videos? I'm subscribed to you, I don't see any videos. I don't get recommended under your videos. So when you have a website, that is like lowering like your income and taking cut after cut after cut, while also not feeding your content to these people, it's like, why would you promote that? Okay, cool, I'm gonna promote Patreon. All right, fine. Patreon's a great alternative. Not everybody's able to make the actual cash from this shit. You know what I'm saying? But you also gotta think too how hard it is to get people to come to these sites. I'm gonna be honest. One of the biggest flex as a content creator is having people leave the platform to go and support you on another platform. Exactly. If you aren't, listen, you, if hella people aren't looking for you, it's unfortunate that you can't do this for fun no more. You can't, the idea of doing this for fun is damn near like a fallacy now, you know? It can start off that way, but once you start making actual money from it, it's like you got to do these things. Otherwise, it's a hobby until, you know, it's a hobby until you're able to make your income, your salary in a month, you know? It could be both. You could blow up. You could blow up and you could still do this for fun and just have that luxury like a Corey Kenshin, right? But let's be honest here. There's only about 25,000 YouTube channels in the US that have 100,000 subscribers. Meaning, and only a small percentage of the world speak English. So the what's the word? So the chances of you making enough money as a United States content creator for fun without doing any like niche, gimmicky, formulaic content is extremely small. You know? Didn't YouTube stop allowing promotion? So YouTube does this thing, and you've probably noticed this. You've probably, if you're somebody who's like really into data, right? If you're somebody who's really into like data and just noticing the small shit, you've probably seen a whole bunch of content creators not post the social media websites names in their descriptions, right? So like when you go on YouTube, you'll see in the descriptions, you'll see how they have like these social medias or whatever, right? But some people, right, you probably have noticed, people don't put Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, so-and-so. They don't put that in the descriptions no more. They just put the link. They just say, fuck it, check out my social media. Because social media is so broad, right? They don't put, and because YouTube works on keywords and SEO, they don't put the names of the websites anymore. They just put the links of the websites. It's like, oh, hey, check out my social media. And then it's Twitter, their Twitter account. It's their Twitter link. It's their Twitter, it's their Instagram link. It's their TikTok link. It's not TikTok with a semicolon. It's not TikTok with a symbol. You know what I'm saying? They just said, fuck it, here's my link tree. But even Linktree is starting to get filtered out or whatever. They just say fuck it and post the links. Even on my shit. Hold on. Even on my shit, right? I saw so many million subscriber channels do this.
I gotta make it.
Hold on, but like watch this, right? Follow my socials, and it's just the links. But if you remember back in the day, I used to have this, the business. This is just for business. But I used to have Twitter, semicolon, then the links. Or Facebook or Twitch, semicolon, then the links. When you put these websites on there, YouTube does filter your shit out. It looked professional as fuck, but YouTube filters your shit out now because it doesn't want you to take away traffic from YouTube is what they're doing. So now it's how can I maneuver around the filtering that is the YouTube platform that's already small to begin with. And it sucks too because when you talk YouTube, a lot of people don't give a fuck. I don't expect 80%, 99% of my subscribers to give a fuck about YouTube or give a fuck about this shit that I'm talking about right now. The problem is if you've consumed content on this platform, the information that I'm giving you matters the most. It matters the most. Because if you can't watch your entertainment, I can't make my money. And we're both fucked. Because now you got to go find somebody that you can't find because YouTube is filtering the content that you're trying to watch. You get what I'm saying? So you like I said, so you if you really fuck with a creator, you'd want to subscribe on their website. You'd want to join their Discords. You'd want to sign for their newsletters. You want to follow them on other social media platforms in case they do post. Because the real truth of the matter is the only way that creators can make income now is through sponsorships, is through ad revenue, which you probably have noticed. Hey, these videos have been getting a lot more ads. You probably noticed you might have been getting a whole bunch of ad videos or ad placements in your videos. You don't care. You're subscribed to YouTube Premium. There's a tier for YouTube Premium where ads still get served. You don't care. You watch with an ad block. You know? And unfortunately, YouTube is YouTube. The algorithms are algorithms. There was a time on Twitter where let me show y'all this shit, the premium shit. Let me not show y'all my fucking timeline. This shit right here. There was a time. Let me show you. There was a time about a year ago where they had a 50% off discount on this whole shit. And they plastered it on Twitter. It was like, here's 50% off the annual or whatever. And Nick, there were viral tweets like, I'm not paying for this shit. But these algorithms, these websites are trying to get money from you. Ideally, this is what's happening. The websites are trying to get money from you. If the creators aren't trying to do it, the websites are trying to do it. If you aren't, if the creators aren't promoting their websites and promoting their money things, the websites are trying to. The YouTube has a whole premium plan. I don't know where the fuck that shit's even at anymore. YouTube Premium. I don't even know where that's at. YouTube has like 3 different YouTube Premium tiers. Facebook. Oh my goodness, dude. Facebook is. You want to talk about money or money hungry? You want to talk about money hungry? Yo, Facebook is nasty. Because Facebook is Instagram too, right? So it's Facebook, Instagram, it's Meta, it's the whole Metascape. It's the whole it's all that. It's Threads too, I'm pretty sure. It's bad, dude. But then you have these laws that are trying to censor all this bullshit. You know? It's a lot, gang. It's a lot, bro. It's a lot, bro. This is the unfortunate truth of the internet. That's why people are saying, "Oh, the internet is dead," because the internet is getting to a point now where you have to damn near pay to not be served AdSense or ad placements. You have to pay to even some sites you have to pay to watch. You know what I'm saying? You go on Twitch right now. If you go on Twitch right now, nigga, you're getting served 7 or 8 ads on any stream. It's already bad enough. Imagine, fuck it. I have to pay $5 to my favorite Twitch streamer, but then I also have to pay $10 for that Twitch. What's that shit called? Twitch Nitro or some shit, or Twitch what's that shit called? What's that shit called? What's that? It's not Twitch. It's some shit. Twitch Turbo, right? I have to pay $5 for my favorite Twitch streamer. Then I have to pay $10 for Twitch Turbo, so I don't have to go into anybody else's streams, because I might not watch every stream that I follow, right? Unless you want to go into another nigga stream, get played 10 ads, but you're still giving your $5. But then if you got Twitch Prime, which is Amazon Prime, which is like an extra $12 a month, it's bad, dude. It's bad, bro. It's bad, dude. It's so bad. And then YouTube is interesting because YouTube, they made a entirely new YouTube made a new YouTube premium tier. Because the regular YouTube premium tier, you still get ads. They made a higher tier where you don't get ads. Then they made a lesser tier, which is the same tier as the base tier, but it's just cheaper. And you get paid, and as a YouTuber, you get paid more from YouTube Premium. Because they pay you more of that $5 or whatever it is for YouTube Premium. It's too much. We're in troubling times, G. We're in troubling times, Gengo. And you can only blame the politicians. Hey. You could only make you can only blame the politicians. How much money do you make per video? I think per video, it depends on like just whatever happens. I think the lowest is like $10 per video. That's per video. Maybe 15 or 25, maybe 30. I think the most I made on a video is like, I made a lot of money on some of those videos because just ads are different, right? You get different placement ads, whatever. What you mean? What you mean we? Yo, you're right. No, you're right. Yo, listen, you're 1,000% correct. You're 1,000% correct. You're 1,000% correct. What do you mean we? But listen, not everybody's able to do that though. Hear me out. I'm gonna say this. Not everybody. Because not everybody is able to make money on YouTube, right? You can be in the partner program and still not make money, a lot of money or livable money on YouTube, you know? I'm coasting by. Like I do decent personally. I'm okay. Like I'm all right. I get by. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all watch the content or whatever. Shout out to y'all. You know? But not everybody. Shit, even then, like, my coasting, one bad 2 or 3 months consistently, I'm fucked. No matter what I do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, I could upload daily. But if YouTube is not sending videos out, if YouTube is not if YouTube's AI is fucking these videos over or whatever, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do, you know? Somebody asked, what's my favorite playthrough? Apollo. Apollo's Pokemon Apollo, and then Pokemon Radical Red. The first playthrough of Radical Red are my favorite playthroughs on YouTube. My individual playthroughs. And then I think anything with Nexus and Supra, anything with like Shady, of course. Am I playing the Digimon demo? I might play it tomorrow. I might play it tomorrow. I know people have been asking for the demo. I will play it. I will play. I have to play it because the save file carries over. And I gotta cover the content for it. I am streaming the Digimon series, so that has to be made or whatever. Yeah, Unbreakable Ties is another one. Apollo, Unbreakable Ties, and Radical Red are my like top 3 favorite playthroughs that I've ever done. Those were one of those like those are rare instances where like my enjoyment for the game and how good the game is and how good the series is being received are like evened out, and it makes for a banger moment, right? Because sometimes when you make playthroughs or when you make videos, you know, your hype could be up here, viewer interest could be down here, and the video just doesn't do good, or the video does okay, you know? And then sometimes your enjoyment could be down here, but the views and the viewership is up here. You know what I'm saying? Very rarely does it ever meet across the board. Very rare. Very rare. It's a rare occasion. It's a very rare occasion, you know? Because you said you like Pisces, right? Pisces, I loved Pisces. I can admit that the fan reception for the Pisces playthrough wasn't good. And to be honest, it wasn't good for a lot of people. It started off good. Like I'd watch Callum's playthrough on his other channel, it would do okay. I'd watch Volty's playthrough, it would do his average. I'd watch my playthrough, it would do okay. But like once it got to the middle and or the end of the game, you see like the viewer interest fade off. And it's like, damn, I'm actually enjoying this fucking game. Damn, you know, people aren't watching it. And it sucks too because you can't do nothing but understand the viewer perspective, right? Because the viewer perspective is like, oh, like, you know, I watch you play these games. There are some games where I don't want to watch you. I want to play for myself. So I might skip this playthrough and come back later and binge through it later. But the problem with that is, as a content creator and as a platform, YouTube, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because unless you're watching these videos right then and there, these videos may have well been dead videos. You get what I'm saying? So unless you are going back and watching them as a viewer, it's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go binge watch this playthrough back then. But as a content creator, I'm already moved on 5 different series past then. And YouTube has kind of let those series die. Like those videos don't get recommended no more. Those videos don't like do whatever. You have to go and watch them shits yourself. You have to. YouTube will never recommend those videos. Oddly enough now though, a lot of my older videos are being recommended to people. Can somebody in the chat let me know if you've been recommended any video from like the last 5 to 10 years? I've been getting comments on like 15-year-old videos. And I'm confused. I'm like, why are you commenting on my old Sekiro playthrough? Bro, who remembers when I did Resident Evil 2? Bro, I got a comment on that playthrough. Mind you, those videos never get views. Never get views. Never get views. But randomly, in the last like week or so, like 2 or 3 weeks, all of my old videos are starting to just get comments. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, that's weird as fuck how a video that died is getting like 20 to 30 to 100 views in the last 48 hours after being dead for 10 years or 5 years or 3 years or 6 years. That's very fucking weird. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the TikTok program. No, real talk. You might have noticed a lot of people are making TikToks to get into that creator program so they can start doing affiliate marketing. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all are so fucking lucky. I'm not on TikTok being a whore. I'm talking about full slut. Do you not know how many fucking brands hit me up on TikTok trying to give me free shit to make promotional content on? Hey, we'll give you a free sample. Here you go. Nigga, my whole house will be TikTok shop. Fuck are we talking about? Nigga, do you not know? I'm being dead ass. Bro, I'm being so for real. Listen. Speaking of which, I just got my first commission. Off of what? I have no idea. What the hell? That's weird. That's weird as fuck. I didn't know that. Hold on now. That's cool as fuck. But listen, they literally tell you, yo, promote these shitty ass products and we'll pay you an extra $300, $500. Some niggas are making fucking salary income a month off TikTok shop. If you follow me on TikTok, look away. Look away. Look away, buddy. It's cooked. If you see me, don't look. Don't look. I'm hungry as fuck. I'll be honest, y'all. We did a sponsorship earlier today. Do me a favor, y'all. Go run up that sponsor video for me, please. I beg of you. But we did a sponsor video. But the problem with that is those payments take forever. I've been waiting for payments from sponsors for the last week or so. I'll be honest. Money kind of tight right now. I'm over here starving. I'm pretty sure the payment should hit by Monday or Tuesday. I think. Because those sponsorships take like 30 days. Probably. I don't know. But listen. It's cooked. It's cooked, G. Shout out to the sponsor. The sponsor link didn't work. I tried to click the sponsor tab, but I stopped it. That's weird. That's weird as fuck. But shout out to anybody who, like, you know, supported the sponsor or whatever. I appreciate you all. Shout out to anybody that goes the extra mile. I don't think you understand how, like, blessed and how grateful I am. The fact that people do support the merchandise or do support the website or do support the sponsor shit or do support just me. Like, nigga, the fact that niggas give subscribers and gift members and donate money, like that's a big fucking thing, because there are YouTubers that can't do that. There are YouTubers that people watch them and they don't support at all. Now, granted, I have a base that does that. You know, they just consume the content and don't go anywhere. But I'm very honored and grateful that, like, people really give a fuck and put, you know, the extra mile outside of watching and commenting and whatever, you know. Appreciate y'all, man. I usually just get YouTube shorts. Yeah, that's another bullshit YouTube thing. I usually get recommended videos from Mr. Beast. Dog, hey. I sub to a YouTuber that seems to have quit YouTube that goes by Moody Poons. I haven't seen Moody Poons in forever, dude. Oh my god, does she still make videos? Oh my god, I have not seen this channel in years, bro. Bro, this channel is one of those channels, bro. Damn, bro. But you know what's nasty about this channel, G? this was back during a time where like these amount of views could get you like a lot of fucking money. Like, but back then, and this is why like YouTube, this is why niggas are broke. You remember back? Does anybody remember? And this is I'm gonna take y'all. I'm gonna take y'all through memory lane. Does anybody remember when that shit happened back in 2019, right? And everybody that spoke out about it, one of their biggest complaints about how nobody was making money or whatever, right? It's because of that bullshit YouTube morale system niggas have. I'll be honest with you. Back then, we weren't greedy enough. I know a lot of y'all would sit here and say, oh, I would never watch that many fucking ads. You weren't the target demographic. There were YouTubers who remembers when you could see the ad placements on videos. When you used to watch a video and they had like the little gold little strips and shit. Who remembers that? There was a time where big subscriber channels used to just spam. I'm talking about the whole watch thing was just yellow fucking bricks. And they would make so much fucking money. And I remember back then they used to make us feel bad for even putting like 3 on a 30-minute video. We used to do back then, it used to be every 7 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 6 minutes, every 8 minutes, every 7 minutes. They used to give you like a back then they were like, oh, this is where your YouTube viewers get off. And it used to be like 6 or 7 minutes. You put an ad every 6 or 7 minutes, and that was it, right? So sometimes you get an ad every 6 or 7 minutes, and you would see the little gold bar. There were channels with millions of subscribers that were putting hella ads on their videos. Fuck whatever we were doing. We were feeling bad about the fucking 3 or 4 ads. Niggas were putting ads every 3 minutes, every 2 minutes, every 1 minute, every 5 minutes, every 4 minutes, and they quite literally were making bank. Meanwhile, the Pokemon community was feeling so fucking sorry for itself that everybody ended up fucking poor and now niggas gotta quit. Back then, 10,000 views on YouTube, if you were putting an ad every 4 to 6 minutes, she would still be making YouTube videos. But because people didn't know about mid-rolls back then, people just let YouTube do their own ads for them and shit, which YouTube used to do bogus ads. They used to do like 1 or 2, and maybe they'll put it at the end of the fucking video. They used to put like a lot of ads and the video would do terrible, you know? Like, we weren't hungry enough. I'll be honest. We were not hungry enough. I gotta be honest. I know y'all love the time period back then when YouTube was great and the Pokemon community was so cool and shit, when everybody was friends. But we were all broke as fuck back then. That's just the truth. There were a lot of Pokemon YouTube channels that used to literally get so many views, but because they didn't know how to make money off of the platform, because they were feeling bad about giving people ads, they're gone now. They're gone now. They're gone now. Some of these videos have not even seen views in years. You know? This shit is dead. Like, this is a dead channel for real. I'm pretty sure, does Kristen still upload? Let me see. Cuddle of Death. Let me see. I don't think she even uploads anymore. I think she's gone. This was 5 years ago. Oh my God. I'm surprised. What the hell? This is 5 years ago. Interesting. What about, does Tricky still upload? Let me see. Tricky Wee. I think she went VTuber. Damn. Does she just not upload? Damn, what happened to her? I don't even, this is not her real channel no more. I don't think so. No? Yeah, see, that's why. Okay, yeah, she's gone. Yeah, she's out of here. You're never seeing Pokemon Tricky again. Yeah, that's funny. She just blows stream bots and her Twitch is probably banging right now. That's crazy. It's so weird too, because me and Tricky used to have beef. Me and Tricky used to have beef, dude. I look back on it now, but like low key, it was kind of weird. It was a weird time for sure. It's kind of sad knowing that channels like these are left with dust covering them, but it's kind of cool to see it was a pseudo time cap. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool to have these channels, bro. It's cool to, I mean, to be honest with you, it's so interesting to say this, but the truth of the matter is a lot of these people would be better off just like making new channels and just never looking back. Like, if I'm being honest, if you really want the truth, if the longer you've had your YouTube channel, the worse off you are. My problem, and this is the truth, this is what I've learned from speaking to like YouTube experts and even the YouTube people, is that like you have a really old YouTube channel. Your channel was back when YouTube, your channel is your channel. They told me my channel was 4 or 5 YouTube updates old, to the point where the older videos from back then are still prohibiting the new videos because people that used to watch those old videos no longer are being served those videos, and because they no longer watch those videos, there's nobody to recommend the content to when you upload a video. And I was sitting there, I was like, whoa. Okay, you have a legacy channel. It's a legacy channel. By YouTube's standard, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't recommend the videos anymore because of how old the channels are, which is why, like, you'll see even Shofu to an extent, right? Shofu doesn't get as many views as he used to back in the day because he has an old legacy channel. His oldest videos go all the way back to 15 years ago. His old subscriber base from back then aren't getting pushed these type of shits. So if you were subscribed to Shofu back when he was a 200,000 subscriber channel or a so-and-so subscriber channel or whatever, you're not getting served these videos anymore. He has 671,000 subscribers, but because his channel is so old and so many of his viewers have been gone, as you can see, now this obviously is not accurate data whatsoever, right? This is not accurate data at all. There's no reason somebody who's making X amount of views is making, this is not accurate data whatsoever. I don't even know why this is even a thing. vidIQ, move the fuck on somewhere with that shit. That's just not real. This is not a real indicator of how much money he's making off of YouTube. That's just not real. But ideally, you gotta think there is no, what's the word? There's no audience for this. Yeah, if Shofu's getting no, exactly. So Shofu is making way more than X amount of this. He's probably still making around, like, knowing him, I don't want to pocket watch. The views are still good. Probably making around like maybe like, if he streams more than he uploads. That's the truth, right? So he's probably making around like maybe like 8 to 10,000 off of YouTube, and then Twitch is probably more for sure. You know what I'm saying? So like it's still, he's still relatively well off. But that's the problem, right? He's a legacy channel. The people who were subscribed from back then aren't even seeing this. They're not seeing these new videos. You gotta think too, how many people are watching Shofu now and are probably in any of these comment section saying things like, oh, I remember I used to watch you. I remember you used to hit back in the day, or I've been subscribed for you so long, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he gets those comments a lot because YouTube's not recommending these new videos no more. They're not seeing these old videos no more. Shofu's probably losing subscribers, low key. Because in the eyes of the many, he's not active. Watch this. You ready for it? Watch this. He uploaded 9 minutes ago. Let's go to restricted mode really quick. This is what the AI is doing to him. This is what the AI is doing to him. There hasn't been a new Shofu video in 2 years. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying. But hey, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. I'm just whatever. The YouTube algorithm doesn't work in my favor, yada yada, whatever. When there are niggas with more active channels than me complaining about this bullshit, that's how you know it's real. I can give a fuck less about what somebody who doesn't upload to this fucking platform does or says. These are the facts. The facts are YouTube is hiding content from people. Whether or not you're subscribed to these channels or not, YouTube is hiding content from you. It is what it is. It just, how do you pull this up? Okay, so this is restricted mode, right? Restricted mode by default should not be on, right? But because of YouTube's implementation of AI, what AI has been doing for the last couple of days and or weeks is turning this thing on as a way to combat the children watching this platform. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people who normally wouldn't have restricted mode on, because of the content that they watch that's seemed children appropriate, some people are being recommended children content and they're not seeing people they're subscribed to, which is why you see a lot of channels nowadays that used to pull a lot of views. They might be kind of struggling now, or they might hit it, but it might be slower now. You might see a random spike on one video and a random drop on another one. You might see some inconsistency in viewership on certain channels. Now, the normal nigga is like, oh, okay, cool, their channel's just dying, or this nigga's channel's dead, yada yada, or people just weren't interested. But the truth of the matter is, the platform is broken right now because they're allowing AI to find and deem what people see. Because watch this, if you go on my channel, if we have restricted mode on, I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, 2 months. But you and I both know I've been uploading every single fucking day. But to the person, you would never notice this unless it was a video that you just so happened to get recommended that the YouTube AI and or algorithm has deemed. Can we see that for the XL channel? Oh my God. Oh my God. I never thought to check the XL channel. Bro. Oh my God. Yo, I'm shaking, bro. Yo, 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 yo. That that's fucking crazy. Wait a minute, 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 wait a minute. My bro, I gotta see what bro doing. 7 months? 5 months? Nah. Hold on. 5 months. 7 months. A month. Yo. Pull up Logan Paul. Let me see. Damn, so like 1, 2, 3, 4 videos just are just erased. Now he's fine. What the fuck? Yo. He's barely even affected. Wait a minute. Wait. Now I need answers. Now I need answers.
Take off your
4 weeks, 2 weeks. 4 weeks, 2 weeks, a month. Four weeks, 2 weeks, a month. He's barely affected. He's not even affected. Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. It was 4 days ago. 2 days ago. Okay. Turn this on. Wow, Corey, you okay? Yeah, that AI. Yeah, that AI is. You got it. Nah. Yeah, YouTube. Oh. Y'all got it, AI. You got it, AI. You got it. You got it. You got it, man. You got it, bro. You got it. You got it, bro. You got it. You got it, bro. You got it, bro. You got it, bro. That is... Nah, G. That's so crazy. 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 That is so nasty. Well, my hour is up. We've been live for an hour, 30-something minutes. A lot more rambling than normal, but hope you guys enjoyed the little stream. Go support today's earlier video. If you haven't seen it already, leave a like and a comment. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to do the sponsorship thing. You ain't gotta do the whole thing or whatever, but you know, just run that shit up so they can sponsor some more. Thank y'all. Y'all be easy, y'all be cool. I'm just gonna go cry because wow. Thank you, Saiga, bro. It's not your fault. Or Ryga, thank you, Ryga. It's not your fault, but damn it. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good, safe Saturday. I'm gonna go finish this laundry, and I'm gonna play some Borderlands and record some Hollow Knight later. I will talk to y'all in the next one. But I love you guys.